let's take a look at Droplet Computing through the eyes of an administrator. So first thing I want to do is just basically launch Droplet Computing and log in as an admin. And to do that, just simply unlock the padlock and enter the password provided by Droplet Computing when you purchase the licenses. This will give you access to the control panel and the admin user interface. As you can see, the padlock is now unlocked and I can access all the settings that I want to get access to. The first thing I want to do is I want to change the password. So Droplet Computing provided me with the password. I will now put in what that password is, create a new password and follow the rules and the guidelines above here. And this allows me to change the password. Next topic I want to talk to you about is the general settings. So you can change the screen resolution to whatever resolution you want, and you can dedicate how much dedicated memory the container will get from your physical device. No servers, no VDI, it's using the compute that's built on your own device. In this case a MacBook, but that could be a Windows 10 laptop, desktop, or a Chromebook or a Linux device. You basically decide how much of your device you're going to dedicate to the container. In this case I'm going to dedicate 4 gig. I'm also going to give it 50% of the cores that my device has, and I'm going to enable hardware acceleration. In this case I'm using Intel's Haxum software to ensure that the applications that I install inside the container provide a decent end user experience, an acceptable end user experience. I don't want to see it degraded in any shape or form, and I want the applications to run natively on my device as if they were installed on a Windows device. The next settings I want to discuss with you are the file settings. When you purchase Droplet Computing and install it, by default it will create a share file between your physical endpoint device and the actual container. This share file can be accessed by clicking here, and this will open up my device's share file, where as you can see I already have install media. So I can put install media in this file on my endpoint device and then access those same files inside the container and simply double click next, and that's how you install the applications. Every time you install an application, you're changing the desktop image, the golden image, the workspace image, the container image, call it what you want. The image size changes, and it's specific to the user group or user that you're building it for. And Droplet Computing is no different from physical or virtual, in that every time you change the file changes, and that file is your .droplet file. So this is the equivalent of your desktop file, your image file, your VDI file, your golden image file, call it what you want. This is what you're building. And every time you modify the container in any shape or form, this file here changes. This is how you build once. How you deploy to many is simply scroll down here and export the app's JSON files. The app JSON files are directly linked straight right back into whatever image you've been building, the applications and the profile settings you've been putting in there. And this is what you deploy to many, tiny apps.json file, and that can be deployed using SSACM, Mobile Iron, or Red Hat's Ansible, or anything that you use today to do this similar type of exercise. So using the same skill sets and the same tools that you currently have just now. Finally, the last setting I want to discuss with you is a new feature that's just been added by Droplet Computing. So before I show you that new feature, Droplet Computing is a sandbox container. Anything you put inside the container, whether it's applications, plugins or data, cannot be seen, cannot be penetrated from outside the container by default. It's sandboxed. Droplet Computing added an extra security feature where they've actually built their very own firewall. And from here, an administrator can go in and they can either allow or block the container, or even open up specific ports or block specific ports. So, for example, I'm going to add port 443. I can change the protocol and I can either allow or block. So whatever settings you want to put in there, you put those settings in and then simply click save. That protocol that I've just put in there on that firewall will now be applicable to this container and any application that I put inside this container. So hopefully this very short brief settings video has gave you an insight to Droplet Computing from an admin's perspective and what those features are. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you have any applications that you'd like to test within a Droplet Computing container, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to set you up with a free trial. So again, thanks for watching the video, and as always, please hit the like button.